Beautiful sunny afternoon right here in Nigeria, Anambra State, Oka precisely. Good afternoon to you and welcome to the program, The Assembly. I am Lord Elizabeth from the highest echelon of the British Empire, and today I've got people right here in the studio to discuss issues affecting the nation, Nigeria. And today we are talking about stopping human trafficking. I have three guests right here in the studio. I would call them members of the Assembly, not really guests. One representing the Yoruba Kingdom, the other representing the Hausa Kingdom, and then a prof in our midst. I think I'll start with Madam. How you doing?
I'm still okay.
Yeah, that's okay. You look beautiful today.
Oh, thank you, Jerry. It's good for you.
Yeah, that's
thank
okay.
You.
So how is everything? It's been a while.
So what I say me, I did here last week.
Yeah, a week is not enough
to be a while.
You're
not saying that you're missing me.
Nah, not exactly that. Like, of course, I miss your presence here.
I see the way you're looking at me now. I'm coming, my joke call me bad. Don't let my husband curse you. The way you admiration me, thank you. Hold it like that.
All right, tell them your name.
Èmi nìkan ni ìyàwó Ọlálékan Ọláníyì ọmọ dáadáa Olabisi lórúkọ mi. My name is Olabisi. Ìyá olóde ọmọ nìkan tó wà láyé yìí èmi nìkan ni ìyàwó Ọláníyì ni. There is no contention. Nobody can fit to contest with me.
As much as your name or long it could be, I think you just say my name is, not my names are. It's just an entity for you.
My name's are. I have more than one name.
Exactly. It's just,
one's name.
It's an identity for you. It's just, it forms to be one, okay? So say my name is, not my names are. That's by the way. Hey, Goro.
Okay, make I talk. I believe I'm for this one. This one's cool. You know, they at all.
How was the Salah celebration last Friday?
Wallahi, it is wonderful. You know, see, Malangoro, I don't the pressure for. Wallahi,
there is no difference.
It is a Baba Salah. It's Salah of gifts, of love sharing. Wallahi, as I go for my house, my neighbor, I give them food. My Almajiri people, I call them for my house, I give them food. In fact, I show love everywhere, wallahi, party after party. Kajiko, wallahi, it is a wonderful Salah. It's a big one. Baba Salah kenan.
Okay.
So back to the Masa. Jama'a, barka da sabuwa da kuyo. Wallahi, it is your boy, Malam Goro. The only boy that began Pokaw all the way from Katsina State to Anambra State. Nini asalin Malam Goro, dan Malam. Babana Malam, kuma ni dan Malam ne. Nice to meet Una today, Pa. Welcome.
Is it an achievement to take cow from Katsina to Oka? Is it an achievement?
In fact, it is called a leg trafficking. Because I leg on for my leg, wallahi. It is, if you never hear on cow from one state to another, you are not a man. But before I know say you are a really man, it's when you program for cow from here to another consequences, I know say you are a man. Kagani.
Okay, on a good day, we'll talk about how you effectively traffic cows from a long distance state to a longer distance state. Will that be on a good day? Hey, Prof. Always calculated, calm, and smart.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
That's okay. Nice to meet you again.
Yeah.
All right, let them get to meet you for those who don't know you.
Hello, I'm Professor Zekwes. Professor Zekwes, a BSc holder in English and languages, MSc holder in languages, and PhD holder in languages. Like I said before, I put my nose on a grindstone for a month of Sundays and for donkey years. And will I say I've acclimatized to a lot of grammatical, should I say, motives and movements. And I can say I'm glad. I'm glad to be here today. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Professor, can I not give one for this program? Every day, like a donkey. If you speak up for English, if you don't, you never enter them. In fact, if at the point next time I will bring donkey for you.
Excuse me. See, listen. I want you to understand something. Come to terms with something.
You don't even understand what he say. He says he's a donkey. Are you a donkey?
For donkey years.
Listen, I'll start with you. You said I always say donkeys. There are some things that I would say are part and parcel of languages. There are some things that you can't avoid. There are things that are inevitable. You understand? Now listen. I don't mean parcel where you put money inside. I'm trying to make a point. So you talking about breaking donkey. There are idiomatic expressions. You're making a mistake.
Okay, you don't come again.
You can't understand. No. Listen. It's an idiolect.
Oh,
it's an idiolect.
to me.
Where
does he see this more? He's a professor. He says he's a professor. You know, donkeys. He's a grammatical expressor.
What you're saying is a serious. It is abysmal.
Is you that you are not trafficking on you?
No, listen.
You are not a trafficker.
It is terrible. It is terrible. There is something I want you to understand. Come to terms with the point that English language, the directors of English language, the people who are the customs morons of English language, people who are holding the contract bonus of English language, to be very, very upset to see you making caricature of the language. Thank you very much.
National anthem, right? We've had enough of the English. All right, so I think, Prof, you may just do us the honors of leading us in today's national anthem. All right, good.
National anthem. Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call obey, to serve our father's land with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve without our might, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
You're back to the program, The Assembly. And today we are talking about stopping human trafficking. It is no longer news how disastrous the whole human trafficking is, especially in developing country, or let me say underdeveloped country, because there are loads of things that actually lead to such trafficking. And today, Nigeria is not an exception. Every day we hear news of humans, children, women being trafficked from Nigeria to a different country altogether they are not aware of. And this whole thing is telling so bad on a nation. So today, let's talk about human trafficking. I don't know whether you've had experience, but just sometime this week, a lady of about 13 years in Onitsha was also trafficked, and it keeps recurring. It's something that keeps happening every blessed day in this country, and yet there seems not to be a cogent solution to that. So let's know if the guys and the lady right here in the studio can at least prefer solutions so that we can at least, the best we can, manage such human trafficking. Welcome once again to the program, The Assembly. Prof, I think I want to start with you. I think, first of all, for the sake of those who don't understand what human trafficking is, all right, you may want to give us a clearer version of what human trafficking is.
I will tell you the full definition of human.
Are you sure you can exactly tell me that?
You see what your problem is. I call this brain meningoencephalitis. You just, you see, listen. I was asked a question. A question was directed to me. You should allow me to answer it.
Human trafficking, yesterday I go for a poker. Now so these bad people come block them for road. Even humans, when they block them for person, for you to pass, this one will cost them. I can't even talk say we go talk for governor, if governor go get them for human road safety. If it's a bad people they come, you give them road where they will pass. If the left people come, you give them road as everywhere traffic there for everywhere. For road, traffic there for road. For woman waka, kuma traffic. The bad people, that is called human trafficking, man. I get them, bro.
Did you just define human trafficking?
It's me like this. Me Olabisi don't want to mo lodger. It's me that owns market. Buy. Mo kawe ju a boy, you know.
What are you saying?
I say good education passing.
It is terrible.
After you say that somebody is walking on the street and somebody is blocking the road, I say trafficking.
Is it
trafficking we are talking now? I say somebody that you are not carrying, the way you are carrying your cows, you now come and you sell your cows without the person information.
Okay, what you sign traffic or sign cow?
No,
do you
actually understand the question that was directed to you?
Excuse me.
Human trafficker.
Human trafficking is
happening?
when you are now you are carrying a side. You see picking. When you see a child, when you go and bama, you go and see person side. Yeah? When you do a kidnappings.
Okay.
Now you carry person picking, nobody knows you are the one that sieve the picking. You now carry the picking, you sieve the picking, go and sold it to somebody. Now say, pay me or let me say the baby's too. That is a human.
You are all over his school in order for your head. Or you want lecture.
I think she has an idea of what it is.
Yeah.
The words are failing her. All right, now let's hear from Prof.
Okay. In words, so pay me.
To me, I fell. I don't know what
you are far from it.
Yeah.
Prof.
Thank you very much. Human trafficking means peregrination of a human being, transporting of a human being, movement of a human being from one place to another without the person's consent, like without the person's knowledge. It means the person cannot swim motor. You understand what I'm saying? That's just like in other words, human trafficking is movement of people from one place to another without their knowledge, without their consent, or by force. That's it.
I'm sure that makes more sense to us right now.
without their sumo motor.
I didn't say small motor, I mean sumo motor. Words in this caliber, in this level, in this leverage, another word like commando, you understand? Sumo motor, it means on your own, your consent, from your own volition, your own principle, your own mindset. What do you want? No, I said volition. Try saying it, volition. It's bad.
Okay, now, I'm sure we all know what it means, like taking someone without his or her consent. And I think it affects mostly the younger people and the women, because they are more vulnerable, like transporting them or trafficking them from one place to another without their due consent, mostly for ulterior motives, probably for maybe sexual inclinations or maybe for slavery. You know, simply put, human trafficking is new, or I could say modern slavery, human slavery. I'm sure in the Igbo land and also some of your constituencies, there used to be, I'm sure in Africa, there used to be, and I think there still is, human trafficking, or what I could call slavery as at then. Okay, so that's basically what we're talking about today. Now, let's start with causes. What could actually lead to such thing happening? What could actually lead to such a thing happening? I'm sure you all have one or two ideas on what exactly could lead to such. So let me start with you, Olabisi. Now, what could lead, I think sometimes, okay, maybe not sometimes, but as much as people sometimes out of their own volition would try to go to a different country to find greener pastures. But that's a whole different thing altogether, okay? This trafficking has to do with more of without your consent, without your due knowledge or due consciousness. Okay. So what could be the cause? What could be the cause of such a thing? We all know that poverty is, we all know that ignorance is, but do you have any other different dimension to this?
The dimension that you see now, some people is not because of anything, no. Some people just say that this thing you say is a person is a wicked person. See inhuman. Inhuman.
You mean inhuman?
Inhuman.
Okay.
So when you are inhuman, sin that you do, it does not enter your core. Wow, it's not toss you. It's me now. If I carry your mother, let me use a sample. I bring a Pekins to stay with me, to wash my plates, to cook my food, or sweeping my house in it's a house guest, or it's a house boys. Now, if you're bringing a side that you are not told the mother, you are not told the father, you are just telling a friend, though, I want some more, though, say you can give me a more, though, you can give me a side that will stay with me, I'll pay this side. Now, when you are bringing the mother to your housing, you are paying the woman that knows the woman that bring the baby. It's not a good thing. Because these things that you are using another person begins to make money. Sometimes it's your mama, it's your papa that say, this my side, she cannot go to school again. She cannot education. So I don't have the money to train you. Now you have to go outside there and work for your life. Somebody will not bring up more adults to come and stay with the person. Because I do not know the background of the mother. And now come and maltreating the baby, the girls or the boys. If you know that you are bringing somebody's child to come and stay with someone, you do not know the mama, you do not know the daddy one, it's a trafficking. It's bad because it's no good. And because you are bringing a person picking, because it's not you that burns the baby or the girls, you are not maltreating the girls. If a child stay with you, you do not like this side. You tell the side to go. It's not by forcing that your pikin must go outside there and go to go and hustle for money for you. She was born into this. If you know you cannot fit to take care of your side, don't traffic your baby. You're selling your baby now. You sell the baby is not going to be working in madam house. Whether it's soap or you know soap. Every month you tell the madam, pay me my money, so give me my money, so I come and carry my pikin, so I come and carry the girl that I gave you. It's a bad thing. Some of this is a greed.
Hilarious.
It's a greedy thing that when your family is you are carrying pikin, you are sold in. Some people now you go to a woman that just born. You stay with the mama is that you just give baby, you just born baby new. You sit down. Once the woman just waka commoting, you carry the baby, you give somebody outside. The person now use the baby. The two of you will not sell. You now go and sold another person picking. That is also a trafficking. You won't get here right.
I think you're just too passionate about this. Of course, what do I
I
expect?
am
Definitely, you're a mother. You're a mother.
I'm a woman.
So,
I'm a mother.
Yeah, so
I'm a mother.
So I know
it's not good. It's not good when they keep you are doing it. No matter the greedy you are, there is a way you can be making your money. You can do your pure water. I mean, I'm not entrepreneurs. It's I want to say entrepreneur. It's you that manage your business. You can get 2,000, 1,000. It's not advising you. It's you that you want to be resourceful in life. Put your money where you have
Professor,
Excuse me. Most of your utterances, I can't come to terms. I can't understand what you're saying. Indecipherable words.
Indecipherable, it's you that is available. You say calling me a liability. See you, you're a professor.
Are you sure you actually understand what I'm saying? Are you sure?
He's a lady. He want a lady.
Olabisi, you've got her overview as a woman, as a lady, as a mother about this whole thing. So all right, so Goro, I need to get your overview about what you think about this human trafficking. But I wanted to come from the angle on if actually you've experienced something like this, or if actually people from the constituencies are very much involved in this, and whether you've had a first-hand experience of such a trauma.
So, Bature, thank you for that wonderful opportunity to explain the trafficking abonga kagane ko. Before I don't know say trafficking as the career nama put for my the career put for human being.
It's not normal. It's a key person.
No, he's trying to metaphorical. Exactly, I understand. Just go ahead.
So, back to the masa. Kasani Alhaji Marangoro, I get them for money. I do want to import and export of cow. So that's why I come for South and East. You know, say I did one for business and with all these Inyamori, all these Igbo people. So you can't get them for one Igbo guys. Come calling me Marangoro. You know, say Kasakana, you get them for money. As you get them for money, go. Wallahi, you get business, we don't come out. You invest them for 1 million naira in the period of 2 years, you don't get them for 5 million naira. This one now, oil money, sharp money.
Wait, excuse me. There is 1 million naira to get 5 million.
Well, like it's a period of 1-2 years, you don't get them sharp.
In this economic radiculopathy.
Wallahi, in this trafficking business, wallahi.
Intriguing.
I couldn't say, well, you and me, Malangoro, you know, I don't do start. It's my eye don't boot because of all these evil people, you know, they don't open my eye for because wallahi, I know this business is very, very lucrative. In fact, I will invest. To account and say, what is the fundamental, the basis of this business? Because in fact, as I did know, I get them for 10 girls that are ready to go for Dubai. Wallahi, they look for sponsor. You know, say, Alhaji Marago, you get them for money, but to make you believe, say, this Nyarini, I don't go wrong with your money, you will come, me, I will come, the guests will come, we will go for Shrine. All of them go so well. Say, if Malangoro can go for Dubai, you know, go send them money for your father for 2 years, you know, go send them money for your sister for 2 years, you know, go even send them money for your boyfriend till you pay me finish before you go day pray. That's, you know, all this boy, you go for boy for like 2 years, 3, 4 years, 5 years, they constantly to you. So go to them, say, well, you. So it means we even go for Shira and go to what they say. So well, like, that is the low court to make it legit.
Do you actually understand the question?
No, I think I'm getting his point. He's giving us his own perspective. Let's give him some time.
The white man is very, very intelligent. I'm going to say, I can't go. To my great surprise, because this Pino girls, fine girls, but even as I do the business, I test before they go. I can't go, I invest. In fact, there are 5 girls. I think 5 million naira. We do the business finish. All of them don't go for Dubai. Now I get them for my balance. But not mean to the trafficking part. Kagani, I don't mean it's called business. Kagani,
do you know you're actually implicating yourself on live TV?
Yes, trafficking business. That you are an agent. You are an accomplice in this crime. That's the meaning.
No, when I was in the word, but now I don't say it's a word.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Wait.
Before you go ahead, now the welfare of those 5 ladies. Do you know the welfare of these 5 ladies? Are you in touch with them or something?
Okay, every month I receive for my alert to money. You know they say.
Oh, they still pay you up to now. Is it a life payment?
Before, after 2 years, the contract.
And yes, you have repented.
Before, I don't repent. I don't do them again. Although I get another 5 years, so they even disturb me as I did.
But you still receive salary from them. Stipends.
For the business, it's just I help them. Now, like the other girl now, don't build them for 2-story building for their house because out of the 5.
Wait, are you aware what they do over there? Did they by chance tell you what they do over there?
They do them for oil money,
What's oil money?
You know, woman, they don't get shop, but they sell market fast.
Okay.
They know that kind of social business,
I understand.
Hustle, you know,
I understand. That's you're talking about donation, like donation. You understand?
You can build the nation. If not the Igbo people will say now, Orimiri atata umuwaya, Orimiri atata wallahi, the river can never dry. So that is it.
That's good. That's good.
It's wonderful.
You are not a good person. In the interpret you.
No, that is
let's
see why your friend is implication in saying he's the one that is sending people.
No, yeah, but if person come meet you, tell you, say, Allah help me. I'm ready to do everything. You can't help them. And the other one, you get some people who, if you go for person where it's not a right source, if you go do that kind of business, that person will carry you, go sell. You give one video we trend 2 weeks ago for Upper Igbo Epuna. The guy did the program. Couldn't shout, "Kai, Emeka, Emeka, you want to go make collateral for here, Emeka?" Oh, you they couldn't program. In brother can't go abroad. Can't do business. Can't do in brother as collateral. Can't come back. Well, if you like treasure, if you go and go see them, they program with all these Arab people with gun. They program. Couldn't shout, Emeka, Muki Malipa, Emeka, oh, Emeka. Well, like when they shout. It's all about trafficking.
The reason why you use mostly Igbo names to give examples is something I'm yet to understand. Prof, let's go to hear from you.
Very good, very good, very good.
It's a using
Human trafficking.
Oh, baby is God.
God. What is all this?
Professor.
Human trafficking is bad. Human trafficking is terrible. Human trafficking is, well, am I supposed to make illustration or I should just talk about it?
Express yourself about the whole human trafficking and what do you think about it?
Human trafficking, I still can't believe that in this 21st century, that people will still venture into it. Because William Wilberforce, in his magnanimity and his posterity, made efforts, he made moves, he made a lot of, he created a lot of Kantian categorical imperatives, trying to rid the world of human trafficking. At the end of the day, people still do it. Well, I could remember a certain time when about 10,000 ladies were sold. Was it 100,000 naira each to Ishmaelites? And what was the purpose of doing this? When they get the ladies, they sexually exploit them, they sexually abuse them, they are raped, and then they pay the suppliers of the girls. They use human beings as goods and commodities, and it's terrible. All right, let us take this again. There was a time in Nigeria, I really pity this country, you know. There was a time in this country when Fulani herdsmen, when Fulani herdsmen lost 304 cows, and they said they are going to use 304 human beings in exchange.
Okay, it is
so they were transporting human beings. And listen to me.
Let's just hear him out for
you know, your lifestyle is your lifestyle possesses no salubrity. Assuming Nigeria has democracy, assuming Nigeria is a developed country, if not for the totalistic electo-aristo-mobile autocracy in Nigeria, I can tell you boldly, with all firmness, that human trafficking would have ended. Because a place like United States, I don't think human trafficking still goes on there.
It happens, very well.
Well, it happens. At least someone here in our midst has exposed himself as an agent, as an accomplice. And he still benefits from it right now. Huh? You're still a benefactor.
I help them. I help them go.
No.
They are even looking at I am the right force.
You see, as a good citizen, you're supposed to come out to rid us of this efficacious effigiation.
No, what is that? I'm not going to help the economy.
No. I am not talking about the economy.
I wonder why you're attacking him. I wonder if he's the one that does it.
No. He just said here. We heard him.
No, that was before.
And you're still repeating for it, you understand?
Professor is a explanation himself because this guy here, is this one? It's supposed that you are supposed to call it security.
I said before.
You let's go and confess on all the things finished. I say you are using somebody to go and do money doubling. That is a money doubling.
You are
the name money
trafficking. Very, very nice. It's trafficking.
The family.
All right, it's okay. There's a video I want to play for you to watch right now, a clip. So just take a look at it and see maybe just one or two on what human trafficking is about. We're back in the shop. as much as the illegal trafficking, or rather the trafficking of humans from one country to another, is not really so much on record, but in Nigeria, there are cases of over 800,000 humans trafficked, so far, and it's really crazy how this whole thing keeps rising. Imagine 800,000 humans trafficked in Nigeria. It's something crazy. That shows that this human trafficking is so much among us, and we just have to do the best of what we can to stop this human trafficking. I have two men and a lady right here in the studio talking about how best we can stop this human trafficking. You also can be part of this. You can call the numbers shown on your screen, call us, and let's see if you have a suggestion on how best we can stop this human trafficking. Welcome once again to the program, The Assembly. All right, Goro. Why are you hailing me? I think it's called hailing.
Bature is a white man. You are the only white man in this our black mixture. Again, you are the only white man with a white skin. But I didn't coach on a white man when you sister over. Okay, sorry, I'm telling the program.
Okay, all right. Goro, obviously you've been involved in this because that's what you said yourself. And what would you say to people like you who listen? What would you say to people like you that were involved in it before? What would you actually say to them? Do you have any advice for such persons? And what do you think they can actually do and steer clear of this whole human trafficking?
Bature, actually, for the sponsors, it is not actually their fault. The only people that need the advice is people going for the hustling.
Okay.
As I talk to you right now, you get on for one girl where I know, as of 2 months ago, me and this girl there for Nigeria. But now she don't travel go Dubai. Now she come, they call me, tell me, say, "Hey man, go to Wallahi, this country, it is very, very hard, pa. In fact, now my girlfriend deceived me. My girlfriend no even tell me the truth, pa. So she tell me, say, now this thing I go face for Dubai, I no go. Say, actually now during this Ebola now, they don't talk for Dubai every day. Say, if you know that you are in Nigeria, you come back because of this coronavirus. And they can't give them target of the kind of money where you say if you pay, renew your paper, you go there. But from now to December, if you don't get that kind of money, you are coming back. And them now, their own work now from 1 month servicing from 1 month to another. That is why you go see some all these Arabic Emirates people. You go see some video. You go bring them for one girl. You get go to the camp for the INH. You go to tie them.
Watch the word you use, man. You're on air.
Okay, so that is Abonga. Kuba is not supposed. But the problem now is that Nyarinya or that guy. Number one, know that place you are going, your father is not there, your mother is not there, even your relation is not even there.
That was nice.
Again, your relation is not even there. And the place you are even going, you don't even know the kind of life they do. All you know is that is Obodo is a country of milk and honey, where you will go and you will get out. It is not easy that way, but nothing would come easy. Even that place, you get some people who even there for that place, but their prayer point every day is, God, please, how can I get back to this country? And I even advise them for my problem now. Okay, now you there for Nigeria, you manage them, get them for 500,000. So with this 500,000, with this country, if you are very, very educated or very, very
conversant.
If you are very, very conversant,
No, I said conversant.
Conversant.
Just
okay. Oh so, my God.
If you are very, very conversant, you can use that 500,000 and establish a very business that will give you millions of naira. Wallahi, as I do now, if you tell me the man I'm going to go abroad, I will say I want to go for abroad. Say I go abroad. Say I go for what I call them for vacation.
Oh my God,
and
this is terrible.
After my vacation, I come back. Before this white man go kill me, pa.
No, you don't say before they kill you. We don't kill people.
Based on the chronicles and epistles in this country, I think you people are the killers.
Okay, we are not the killers.
I think you kill yourself by, having an ulterior motive of going there. And going there, obviously, you have to play by the games of those people who are there to give you what you want. So you are the ones killing yourself.
And trying to show more like what he's saying. With the mindset that the whites will kill you. That's like when the hobo hobnobs with the hobgoblin, it becomes terrible. I said when the hobo hobnobs with the hobgoblin, it becomes terrible.
Just help us out with this.
Easy.
Like it's an expression that means when the homeless comes into the society, it becomes terrible. What I'm trying to say is, when someone educates himself, that people say never. When someone educates himself, just like fear of the unknown, you are scared of what you're not sure of. When you're supposed to be scared of yourself, you should fear yourself and not.
Professor, I'm not scared of what I'm not scared of. I'm scared of what I've said, and I've known the outcome.
You are not.
That is why
see.
This guy is single.
You are not listening. Listen.
It doesn't matter if I'm black or white.
Listen.
But for their content, it's
Very good. You are not listening to what I'm saying. You are listening to what I'm not saying. You understand? Listen, no.
Wait. Excuse-moi.
Yes.
Professor.
Yes.
And he's a person. He's a person. You're blowing the grammar in it. Some person, my friend.
I didn't hear of what they talk of.
He's saying, you guys, get me explanation. Professor say the things you did not say, you are not the one that say it.
No.
That's what the professor is saying.
That is the meaning.
It's
very, very avant-garde.
No. You know, when your timpani has been distorted.
Only it's in pan,
No. Listen. From my demonstration, you understand. I just said when your timpani has been distorted. I mean, when you have a problem with your ear, your hearing alignment, it becomes bad. So perhaps that is the problem you're in.
See, they calling now the ear now is a timpani.
But
say yeah, now it's a timpon.
It's very okay.
It's a timpon now.
I think I've heard so much of you, Goro. Actually, I've heard so much of you. I want to hear from a lady aspect because obviously the endangered species of such human trafficking are the women and obviously the kids, the younger ones, the children. All right. Now, in your constituency, how best do you women, because obviously in Nigeria right here, I think the onus lies more on the woman to take care of the children and maybe the fellow women. Okay, now how best have you been able to ensure that your children in your constituency and also your fellow women are trying to avoid anything of such human trafficking? You know, I think let's get this right. Let's talk about this because most times this happens without due consent, okay? They sell you as a baby, they sell you as even a wife, you know, maybe you want to go and be paid some little change and then they transport you somewhere that you didn't even envisage to be. Okay, so let's get to hear from you. How have you women been able to actually curtail such thing and manage your society among yourselves?
You both thank you.
You don't need to thank me, just go ahead, man.
Man.
Which
You
listen.
Go ahead,
Listen.
Go ahead, woman.
It is just like one of the biblical antiquities. Man refers to both a man and a woman. So it's like transitive words. He just said men, like to ginger, like make you talk.
Actually, the man I use right here is an emphasizer. Okay,
exactly.
No, listen. For instance, I think you guys say right here that come on now. Okay, that now is an emphasizer. Okay, so come on, man. That man right there, it means M-A-N. All right, it's an emphasizer. Like come on, man. Like I'm emphasizing my point right here. So it's not like the whole generic man you mean the biblical way. No, exactly. It is an emphasizer. So come on, man, and talk to me about this.
See, the thing is this. When you are a woman, it doesn't limit you. You are not a part of a society because the woman that makes the society to moving forward.
Obviously, should be.
It's without the world where there's no woman. The world is a die. See, die means don't die. It's like this. Now that you are saying, what will we do concerning the motto? The motto is that when you are doing some things, you have to be careful. Tell your children the truth. Yeah, you have to be contented. Everything you have to benefit you. That is a contented. It's a contentment. Contentment. Everything you have is a benefit you. It's a greedy person that when you see something that is not concerned you, you're putting your eyes in something that concerns you. You will now go, you rust. Say you can't buy collect some money with your side, like I said before. You collect some money. You as a woman, if it's not that you are a lazy person, why will something that does not concern you enter your IC? What is that? What is that supposed to mean? If you know you're not a greedy, always mind your business. Mind business, yo. Lord, why say, look, go and look for working. Even if it's a house gate that you are sweeping a compound, they pay you 3,000 every month. Manage it, my sister. The economy of this country is very beautiful.
What?
Economy of a country is a beautiful.
It's beautiful. Okay,
yes.
Right.
The economy is a beautiful. Everybody has his own gogolini lule. We all have our problem. You understanding me? Why you are blaming the government? With the government with the one that will come and fetch water for you. With the government with the one that will come and give you your buy soup, buy food when you go and told you it's not a thing for everybody. Oh yeah, you know that you are complaining. Is it your mama that bath you every day? You are now grown up pikins. You have to do something that is a good. And I call all my women in the constitution. You know, constituency one. You know, say yellow day. Me is a general mama. See the see woman. Now I call all of you and I say, Kilo face say, what's your callings? What work do you want to do? She will say me, say, I want to do this one, and that's okay. I'll give you money. If you say me, I want to use 20,000 today, I give you 30. You understand? To start something for yourself. Always concern your side. Then you suck eye. Your side now it come to tell you, you know, in fact, it's you that not tell your side. He's just Yaronke, he's Ronke no, it's in America.
Please.
What do the Ronke find go America? I
don't understand what you're saying. What you're saying is very, very platitudinarian.
I don't understand. He explanation to me. It's a planet and they're just saying you need. When you're doing something in this life.
Sorry, are you a pastor or something? Are you a leader of your society? Why do you enjoy talking and preaching like you're on a pulpit?
I love it. I'm a woman of multinational business. I cultivate women.
A woman of
I encourage women
to
be yours. No, I am a sure woman. A yellow day is a general mama, is a sieve of women. She's a sieve. Okay. She's not a sieve now. You have to encouraging people that what you do is not good. On you, but you see that as a question.
Exactly, but I think you have emphasized it. Like you've said enough. Like I was just giving you enough time, and you were saying one thing over and over again.
The thing there is this: when you are not a greedy, something should not suit your eyes.
Exactly, that's what you have said.
How many times?
No. It's what I just want to explain. Then in that greediness, you are not expansive.
Okay, it's the break and down, okay, no?
Your explanation. When you come to a class and they say it's okay. When you write the sister say write the say go kawasieti yourself. You now kawasieti yourself. You now say kawasieti.
That is
explanation yourself. Say about yourself.
Interesting.
Now me that wrote say about myself. Sister will not come and give me two. Does your sister know you? Is your sister that born you? Is it your sister? Is your sister you? Sister will give me two.
See. Most of the kind of expression and the kind of quagmire that's labored in the English language, if not for the latitudinarianism of the matters of English language, they would have sanctioned you for all these things you're doing. You are making caricature. You are making.
It's you that is a caricature. It's you that is a caricature.
Oh my God! What?
Short break. We'll be back in just a jiffy. Let's take some. You're back on the program, The Assembly, and of course, today we're talking about how best we can stop human trafficking, and I've got people right here in the studio who have been trying to lend their voices to ensure that this whole thing gets, at least if not stopped, but managed. All right, I think we should just go to the parting statements. Okay, I want to start with you, Prof. Obviously, you are an elite in the society, and you've got people who sponsor such things. Maybe you don't have them as friends, but at least you're aware of such things. People that sponsor people abroad, and such persons going there thinking they are going there in good faith, not knowing that are going there for a whole terrible fate that will befall them. Now, what do you advise your fellow men who are involved in such a thing?
My advice to them is that in fortissimo, as loudly as possible, we need to come out. We need to say no, because human trafficking dwells in platitudes and virginities. It dwells in obsolete and should I say gymnosophist antiquities. We need to come out of all this. We should remember that our fellow human beings are priceless jewels. No human being can be able to generate or make a single human hair. So we should respect our fellow human being. We should say no to human trafficking. We should try to develop ourselves, because development starts from the mind. The best advice is the best advice a man gets is the one he gives to himself. So we need to come out of all this. We need to develop, because a man who refuses to change these circumstances is a mental husband. So, for a period of a period of, should I say, a month of Sundays, people need to come out. My advice is, or should I say an appeal, is we need to come out of this. Let's say no, let us repent. Let us stop all this nonsense.
Let me continue with you. Do you think that the government should play a role in this?
Of course.
Okay, in what aspect? Because I'm sure they have this NACTIP body who is in charge of
exactly. That is a National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons.
Oh, that's great.
Exactly. The government has to take a bold step.
Okay.
To rid us of this lugubrious saga, the government has to take a bold step. They have to come out. They have to make laws, because they say television without vision is stupidity. So what I'm trying to say is this: when the government makes rules, when they enact or when they edict or decree, and they pass it into law, that one who is caught in human trafficking will be dealt with seriously, will be lynched. I think by then, when you see your fellow human being or your fellow offender being dealt with, you will be forced to scoop it yourself. So I think the government should make rules. They should make laws. They should pass bills.
Oh yeah, though I don't really quite concur with your lynching aspect, but all the same, I think there are no strong rules to at least protect or watch or checkmate such trafficking. So I think the judiciary body, or not really them, the legislative body, should enact more laws that would ensure that such things are being prohibited.
Exactly.
All right. Goro, your last word to your fellow human traffickers.
Okay, not my fellow.
Your fellow human traffickers. Good.
To the Allah, what I want to talk, please. If person come to tell you, say, please, okay, carry me go Dubai, carry me go Malaysia. You as a big man, if you get money, it's not of you to go carry this person pecan, go another country, make the pecan go so far, or from there the person can't even die. Because two things they involve. Either if you can't beat them, you join them.
Exactly.
If you go, but two things they involve. Right?
Yes.
They go Dubai or they go any obodo or Igbo, in fact, it's not in a legitimate way. Two things are involved.
Exactly.
Either you come back alive or you come back dead. In fact, or either you even rot for prison or you even lost your life.
Yes.
Please, if they come, Oga, if you get them for 100,000, 50,000, tell them say, Oga, one name will be ever, 50,000 naira. Go and let, even though it's how to cut hair. Or if not for woman, go give them money. If not to sew clothes, just make a goalless scale. Even though you won't go for Obodo or Igbo, Abina for America, get them for skill, get them for handwork. You go see them for person who then for house year to year. You don't get any handwork. You say I'm a graduate. Oga, graduate part not for Obodo Igbo, for Obodo Igbo now. What thing can you do?
I was thinking at a point you have to go to the camera to talk to them because the way you are stretching yourself.
Wallahi, he diverts me. This is called education. You see, I talk to he has no choice. In life, it's easier to think that you don't when you have a choice. So he's just guilt, like his conscience is beginning to.
Okay, you're explaining his actions, right?
Wear him down.
You're explaining his actions that he did by himself.
Yes, he wants to.
Okay.
React.
Mama, talk to your fellow mamas and kids. And of course, the men involved in such a thing.
If you are a woman.
Don't say what you said before, please.
If you are a woman, you are a mom. Anything that you are doing, you know it's not good. If government if government cast you, your own don't finish. I've seen with some women that they say you see and her husband they are the ones that are selling children. They're not arrested. But one thing I want to understand is that why is it that when when they arrest you, you only hear in the news today, you hear it tomorrow, you hear it yesterday. Oh, pari. The down there, she go just disappear like that. Nobody is going to hear that the woman know that she was sentenced to 20 years. That's why some people are not afraid. After all, they can use money to cover their crime. It's a bad thing that you're doing this thing. Okay. If you're a mom, you find that somebody is doing it. Reports to the government. You report to any government officer. If it's a police, you find out that the person that you notice that your neighboring is doing something that is not a good.
Shopping mall.
Well, sorry. Take your time.
All right, are you done already?
No, it's not done.
Then just round off, man. Just
see, this is a interrupt me.
All right, you have just 10 seconds more.
Just to you alone, in the name of the God that you know, you respect and you fear. Just stop trafficking. See, no good human. You cannot fit to give person air to priest.
Exactly.
You cannot give air. Exactly. So why are you trying to ruin somebody's speakings? It's no good at all.
It's wonderful.
That's what I have to say.
All right, thanks. I really appreciate you all for coming here today, okay? It feels great to have you here, and I want to see more of you in this program, The Assembly. Thanks for coming again, I would say to you.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. You're welcome anyway.
All right, okay. And just you out there, just in case you don't know, slavery still exists with a baptized name of human trafficking. Try as much as you can to stop that and, of course, ensure that you don't get yourself involved. Do not be so greedy. Do not be so much ambitious that you find yourself in a place you can't actually help yourself. This has been the program, The Assembly, and I am Lord Lezef from the highest echelon of the British Empire. Until next Friday, I say to you, bye.